Washington Post breaking news. The Trump administration has directed federal prosecutors nationwide to investigate and potentially prosecute state and local officials who don't cooperate with the president's plans to carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in U.S. history. This is a big deal, okay? But it's also part of a larger story. And I'll say again, I'm following this as closely as I can. Many of you are also. There's stuff happening on all these issues, including replacing people, right? They're also going out and firing people who they don't like. And now they've got this policy, which they probably thought of 3 years ago. When we get back in, we're going to threaten the local people, because if we don't, the local people will try to slow walk it and disregard it. We don't want that. So we're going to threaten them with prosecution if they don't get on board with cooperating. It's some of this stuff is unprecedented. But again, the larger picture here is, if you think the Trump people are a bunch of chaotic, seat of their pants operators, this has all been done systematically. It's part of the reason they got off to such a fast start on personnel and an unprecedented start in a day and a half.
Well, and Mark, you're also forcing the Democratic Party to defend people who are defending illegal immigrants who have committed crimes. Like, I don't want our party being on that side, right? It's one thing if you're defending the child being ripped from the, parents' arms, that tugs at the heart. But good God, nobody should be out there saying, I'm going to defend the illegal criminals.
Sean, anything you want to say about that?
No, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, Dan and I are on the same page on this. I don't, at the end of the day, if anybody says I'm going to shelter or defend somebody who is in this country illegally or committed a crime, then that's on. I mean, I hope that we go after those people who are, broken the law, regardless of, frankly, of their immigration status. I mean, if you are a criminal, you shouldn't be able to have. I mean, no one should be sheltering you.
And just to circle back to where we started with the media. I think the media, I haven't read the whole Washington Post story, but I think the media would see that story and say, how dare the federal prosecutors threaten the local prosecutors? But I think a lot of Americans would see that story and either not care or say, well, yeah, of course they should be carrying this out because this is an immigration policy we like and that Trump ran on. And that is a big problem for the media and to some extent for the American people.